Hey guys, welcome to part two of our question and answer session for this section of videos here. I'm sorry, these questions that you had sent in. So let's just jump straight into it. So our first question comes from Michael Coda. What are your thoughts about Under Armour sponsoring Dynasty? I really like it. It's always cool to see outside paintball industry, or I'm sorry, outside the paintball industry, companies coming in and sponsoring teams, doing things with teams. They were Dynasty was actually sponsored by Intel a couple years ago, so I approve. I hope that more people from the outside come in. I know Rockstar had done some stuff. Balls Energy had done some stuff. I know Killcliff had come in last season, I think, for the PSP. Before, I think it was at Dallas is when they had sponsored something there. So I think it's great. It's just more exposure. So I hope to see more of it. All right, so next question comes from Antonor Fernandez. When are the moments you need to sacrifice some players? And he kind of touches on actually the answer, like when a player takes a key bunker or something like that. And that's actually exactly when it is. With X-Ball, the way that it's set up, only one person needs to be alive to hit the buzzer. You only need that one body. So it's okay to go and sacrifice, I guess is a good word for it, but basically sending them out to either bunker and stay alive or trade with that player. Every field is going to be a little bit different, but it's always good to see where on the field is the most dangerous bunker, because if it's the center, if it's usually it's going to be along that 50, that center part of the field. But if there's certain bunkers that, okay, we need to keep somebody out of this because if they get here, they can shoot all these guys. So if you see somebody get into that, it's good just to take off and go try to bunker them. Obviously, don't do it if there's somebody shooting at you. You might have to put them in and then go do that. But if by you trading with one player you save two or three other bodies on the other side of the field, it's worth it. Now, again, the field can dictate, and the game situation can dictate if that's a good idea at that time. So I don't want to get into that because, like I've said before, every field is different. So I don't want to tell you that, yes, every single time 100% do it this way. The best thing I can say is when you're walking the field and you figure out, okay, this is a super deadly bunker, this is a deadly bunker, this is a deadly bunker. We want to get here, but we also want to keep people out of there. So if somebody gets there, then depending on the game situation, it's most likely going to be best to go and try to bunker that person and either trade with them, or hopefully you can stay alive and now you're in that spot that you can shoot a couple people cross field. All right, so next question comes from Matthew Evans. As I am near to my exams, how did you cope playing paintball and doing homework and revising at the same time? I don't miss homework and all that from college and high school and all that. So the best thing I can say is probably wouldn't be good to do what I did. I kind of procrastinated and all that. So let me tell you what my wife did. She just finished up with her master's in social work and was working full time. She's going to be better to help you out with that stuff. The thing that she did is she had a planner and wrote in pretty much, okay, this is due this time, and she was checking that on a regular basis and planning everything out. That's going to be the best thing to do, because then you can put in, okay, I have time to work out here. I can go and practice this long. So maybe if you go out on a Saturday or a Sunday, I can practice till 12 or 2 o'clock, whatever the time might be, and then I need to leave. Okay, it takes roughly this long, and then I'll go and study for an hour or go study for 2 hours and do papers or whatever it is that you need to do. Having that structure is really going to help you out. Don't be like me and kind of procrastinate and kind of put things off till the end. I was like cramming before exams. I don't recommend that. So just making sure that you're doing what you need to. So making sure you're going to bed at the right time so that you can get up at the right time, that you're not hitting the snooze button. And honestly, it'll just help you out later on in life, because then you can balance work and paintball and family and other things. So it's kind of getting you ready for that anyway. But that's what I would say to do. And I know it's really hard to stay focused, especially if you have a tournament coming up or something like that, but you just kind of want to turn off your paintball brain when you go into class and then turn it back on later on when you're able to do that. And if that means, deleting Facebook or making sure that, okay, from this time on, I'm not going to go on the internet other than for um, school related things, searching and doing research, because let's face it, you go on PB Nation, you might be there for a while. There's a lot of videos, a lot of news, a lot of things about leagues, all of that, and your favorite teams are on there. So yeah, it might be best that, okay, from 5 o'clock on, I'm not allowing myself to do that. So just making sure that you have that structure is going to be the best thing for you. All right, so next question comes from Lucci930 or Lucy930. Sorry if I mispronounced your username. I'm going to my first tournament-style clinic/scrimmage with pro players as coaches, the Boston Paintball Combine, which I think is Nick Sloviak, and I can't remember who else. I think Damian Ryan might be there. It's a couple guys, but I know Nick Sloviak's going. But I'm fairly new to this style of play. What are some do's and don'ts and things I should know before I attend so I don't completely look like a newbie? First thing, make sure you have fresh batteries in all your gear. Make sure that it's all cleaned and it all works. You don't want to get to the field and then something doesn't work. So be a little bit early. You don't have to be there super early, but just to make sure that everything is good. I'm not sure if they do anything in regards to warming up and stretching. I've never been to that. I've just seen little videos, and I can't remember if they have done that. So if they don't, make sure that you are warmed up so you don't hurt yourself. And the main thing is, honestly, you're going to look like a newbie. That's the whole idea of that. They want to show you where you're making your mistakes and help you out with what needs to be the next thing that you do, or, okay, you need to hold your gun like this. Main thing I would say is be humble. You don't need to look like a professional player. You're there for a reason, and you're paying them to be there. So you're paying them for their time to teach you how to be a better player. Don't necessarily worry about looking like a newbie, because you're going to, most likely, and there's nothing that you can really do about that. So I would say just kind of put that out of your head. It's okay to ask stupid questions, but yeah, I mean they're there for you. Those pro players are there because you've paid them to be there. So use that time. Ask the seemingly stupid questions. Ask them little things on, what can I do better with this or that, because again, you're paying them to be there. That's what I did. This was years ago now, but when I was playing with the Palm Beach Vipers group of teams there, and we had flown out somebody from the Los Angeles Ironmen he doesn't play anymore, but he came out, and literally after every single game I was asking him, what can I do better? I don't know if I would be as annoying as that, but at the same time, part of my money went to getting him out to come out to practice with us, so I'm going to make sure that I'm getting the most out of that. And it helped me a lot. Like, he taught me different things that I had never known before. So, yeah, you're going to look like a newbie, but that's okay. It's not a problem. Next question comes from Camo Dog 522. I have a Geo 3.5. Usually shoots great. But I have the occasional games where the ball tails left or right. Any ideas to decrease the oil on the paint, because I'm fairly certain it's not the gun? Thanks. There's always... It's tough to say, because some paint is going to have a little bit of oil on it from production and all of that. But if there's dimples and if it's not high-quality paint, you didn't mention if it was like super high-end stuff or if it was practice grade. Because if it is that practice grade stuff, it's probably not always going to be... I can guarantee you pretty much like 98% of the time it's not going to be the super tight groupings and all of that that Ultra Evil and GI Imperial and Valken Redemption Pro are going to be, because those have super high requirements for how round the ball is, and how they put a lot of thought into it. That's what I think it is personally, is that you might just have a couple that the paint at the field might have some dimples on it, and it's going to affect it, because if the air is hitting it at a certain area, it might make it kind of flip over to the right or to the left. Not flip, but kind of hook. That would probably be what I'm thinking. And also, if you don't have a good barrel to bore match, so your actual barrel itself, sorry, paint to barrel match, where it's just rolling through, or if it's too tight, that can affect it as well. So without me knowing that, I can't really make recommendations. I mean, if it is super oily, sometimes you can just, if you open up the case and it's super oily, just be like, hey, can I get a different case, before you go out and play. Or, if you grab a couple bags and there's oil in them, usually the field or the store will let you swap it out, and you can go ahead and get a different case, one that doesn't have as much, or doesn't really have as many issues as that particular batch had. Usually they'll let you do that. Obviously, if you leave and then come back, then they might not let you. So if you can open it up right in front of them, or ask them, hey, can you just cut open the box or open it up for me, and then look through and see how the paint looks, they might be able to swap it out for you there. But I hope that helps you out a little bit. All right, and our next question comes from Rotten Kids for Life. A question that has come up a lot with my newest players: what are the best drills I can do at home between practices? And of course, he says, of course I refer them to your channel, but maybe you could talk about a few and link them in your Q&A. Well, thank you first for recommending my videos. I have done a couple where you can get in front of a mirror, and you're able to snap shoot, so you can go ahead and look up that video. Where basically you draw like a line in the mirror, and then you can kind of figure out, okay, my elbow, I need to tuck that in, okay, and then you can see what it is that coming out of the bunker, what's going to be showing, because you want to just show enough that you're able to shoot, but not enough that they're going to be able to have a lot to shoot at. Now, for other drills you can do at home, I mean, just honestly going to the gym and doing types of drills like that, squats, lunges, sprints, those types of things, making sure that your endurance is where it should be, so that when you get to practice, you're able to practice longer and also practice harder, and you're going to be less prone to injury as well. Now make sure whenever you do go to the gym that you are using proper form, which usually at the gyms you can ask somebody to help you. Maybe if you can get a personal trainer, it would be good to do that, because then they can help you with making sure that your form is correct, so you don't hurt yourself at the gym and then you're out for a little bit. Other drills that you can do, that actually I think it was the very first video that we did, was reloading without looking, where you stand over carpet and you have your pack on and your gun, and you don't air it up or anything like that, but you just kind of simulate shooting, and you look straight ahead and you take a pot out and you dump it in. You're over carpet because if any paint falls, then it just hits carpet, it doesn't break on like tile or something like that. Then you pick it up, put the paint back in the pod, switch hands, and basically the whole drill is getting you so that you're able to reload without looking, so that you can have your eyes on the field the whole time. Well, those are two drills that you could do, and then again with the gym, that's kind of endless. You could even do running and gunning. Depends on your neighbors and all that, of course, but even if you're not shooting, but you're just learning how to keep your gun level while you're running, so doing sprints like that, which we had done a video on that before with running and gunning, like actually running and gunning, and then also another one where it was, I believe we had a parachute and running, so that you have that resistance, and then keeping your gun steady. So that's a couple. So I hope that helps. At least it's a start. But it really depends on what you need to work on. I mean, if your leg strength is bad, then go to the gym and do squats. Do things that are going to help you in that way. If you're not as flexible in the snake, practice on that. Stretch and get to the point where you're able to be flexible enough to be the best player that you can be. If it's snap shooting and you keep getting shot in the elbows or whatever, then do that drill where you sit up in a mirror, and whether it's drawing a line on there with a dry erase marker, and coming out, and then I would close my eyes and look, and okay, I'm showing this much, I need to tuck in my hopper, I need to tuck my elbow in, or whatever the case may be. So that's really going to dictate what drill you should do. But I hope that at least these couple ones help a little bit. Alright guys, so before we end off the video, I did want to show you another giveaway that we're going to do. So I got this headband from Pure Hatred Products. They have supported How to Play Paintball and myself for a while now, so I just wanted to give a quick shout out to them, and do this giveaway for you. They sent me this sweet headband. It's got some good padding on it, so protect your forehead and all that. But you can check out their Facebook page. I'll put the link down below here, so that way you can go and check them out. Feel free to give them a call message them on Facebook and just see what pricing you can get. The phone number is on there actually, so you can give them a call. But like I said, I'll put the link down here. And the way that I'll do the giveaway is just put something that you'd like to see in a future video in the comment section down below, and I'll do I'll select the winner for this. Either in the next video or the video after that, and ship it out to you. Just wanted to give them a quick shout out, and also give you guys something back for supporting me. We're over 2,500 subscribers, which is ridiculous. And again, that's all you guys. I know I've said it before, but it really is. I mean, I have nothing here without you all, so I really do appreciate that. And as always, remember, watch, learn, win. Thanks.